Beautiful. Yeah, it's mesmerizing, I think, is the word that I'd be looking for.
Audience members shared their thoughts after seeing Shen Yun Performing Arts in Boise, Idaho on February 18 and 19.
They're very athletic and definitely have put a lot of time and effort into putting the performance together so that it can come off flawlessly like it did.
I think they're nailing it 100%. It's been fascinating to watch them talk about how some of these dances go back 5,000 years, to think that these were traditional Chinese dances that their ancestors were performing thousands of years ago, and then watch them perform that today is absolutely amazing.
It stirred me very deeply. It captured me down to my soul in so many ways. Just the power and the flow and the movement back and forth, and the powerful story that was being told in each one of the segments.
At the Morrison Center for the Performing Arts, New York-based Shen Yun shows China before communism. Shen Yun was founded by artists who practice Falun Gong, an ancient spiritual tradition currently being persecuted in China.
Freedom of speech and freedom of religion are two tenets of our government, and I think it's important, even when we disagree with people, that you allow them to have those performances, because it's someone is trying to convey a message or a thought, and art can have the ability to do that. And I think it's very important that you have the ability to express yourself and your idea and your thought.
Anytime you can get message out about what's going on with persecution, I think it's a great avenue of doing that.
Genuine traditional Chinese culture drew inspiration from the divine, which audience members identified with.
It was fascinating to watch them weave and how important faith is as a part of their culture.
Obviously, the Chinese have a understanding of afterlife and that there's consequences, and so we could identify with that.
I think that the piece where the cell phones were out was a very powerful signal, and it caused people to stop and think, because you could see yourself in that very piece. You could see the detachment we have from the divine through our own devices and all of the distractions that exist in our modern world.
Among the dance stories, instrument solos, and vocal pieces, patrons reflect on what they took away from the performance.
Part of the song was that she's traveling along in a canoe, and life is good, and then dark times come, and that light, that goodness will save you in dark times.
Everybody should see this production. It's one of the best, and every year it keeps getting better. And who does the wardrobe? Because they're magnificent too, by the way. It's beautiful.
NTD News, Boise, Idaho.